Hi everyone, I'm Cristina Novembrino. I'm a biologist working at the Angelo Bianchi Bonomi Hemophilia and Thrombosis Center of Ospedale Maggiore Policlinico in Milan. It's a pleasure for me to have the opportunity to describe the role of the laboratory part of the team involved in gene therapy and in the evaluation of the outcomes. In fact, several clinical trials have demonstrated that there is a variability in the efficacy of gene therapy in hemophilia. For some patients, no clinical response have been observed. Also, the durability of the response varies. For some patients, the expression of the clotting factor has been maintained for more than 8 years, but for other patients, declines sooner. For evaluating the efficacy, we can record the annualized bleeding rate and the amount of exogenous factor used, but it's also important the measurement of factor expression and activity. The heterogeneity observed after gene therapy in hemophilia is due to pre-existing neutralizing antibodies against viral vectors, the liver health, the age of patient, and in fact a younger patient may lose the expression of the transgene due to cell turnover, the development of factor inhibitors. It should be noted that at the present, adeno-associated virus gene therapy can only be administered once. Patients with not optimal outcomes can return to prophylactic therapy. The presence of antibodies against viral vectors is crucial for gene therapy outcomes. There is a high prevalence of antibodies against capsid due to prior exposure to wild-type adeno-associated virus with possible cross-reaction with the recombinant capsid used in gene therapy. Neutralizing antibodies are a part of a total and can bind to some epitopes of the capsid, preventing the entry into target cells and reducing the efficacy of transduction. For evaluating the gene therapy efficacy, the laboratory can measure the expression of factor transgene by means of the vector gene copy number, the quantity of factor with immunological assay for antigen, and the development of inhibitors by Bethesda assay. But the most frequent approach used is the measure of factor activity by means of one-stage or chromogenic assay. Just to summarize, the one stage is a clotting test, evaluating the ability of test plasma to correct clotting time, APTT, of a deficient plasma depleted or of factor 8 or factor 9. Several variables are associated to the one-stage assay, such as the deficient plasma, that can be natural, chemically, or immunodepleted. Other variables are associated to the APTT reagent. In the chromogenic assay, we have a first step, a clotting phase, leading to production of factor 10A. The amount of factor 10A is proportional to the concentration of the clotting factor we want to measure, because all the other clotting factors are present in excess in the reagent mix. The second step is a chromogenic phase, where the amount of factor 10A is measured by means of a specific chromogenic substrate. The one-stage and the chromogenic assays have specific features, advantages, and limitations. For example, the one-stage is simple and more widely used, but is sensitive to the presence of lupus anticoagulant and shows high interlaboratory variability. On the contrary, the chromogenic is insensitive to LAC and shows lower interlaboratory CV, but is more expensive and less used. Usually the two assays show same results, but there are some exceptions, such as in certain cases of mild hemophilia or in the monitoring of some long-acting products for hemophilia A and B. The laboratory evaluation of factor expression after gene therapy is another condition where the one-stage and the chromogenic assays cannot be equally used. For gene therapy in hemophilia A, has been observed that the one stage gives 1.6 to 2-fold higher results than the chromogenic. And recent studies have explained this discrepancy, suggesting that in the one-stage protocol there is an accelerated production of factor Xa and thrombin. The chromogenic is the assay that must be used for the assessment of gene therapy efficacy in hemophilia A. The results obtained with this assay correlated well with the levels of protein measured with the immunological assay. Factor IX Padua transgene is used by all recent trials for gene therapy in hemophilia B. Also in this case, one stage shows 2 to 3-fold higher results than the chromogenic. The discrepancy between the two assays in this case probably reflects insufficient content of factor X in chromogenic kits to match the enhanced activity of Padua variant. The addition of factor X in chromogenic assay in fact leads to results similar to the one stage. For laboratory monitoring after gene therapy in hemophilia B, the correct assay is the one stage. In conclusion, I would like to highlight that even though the laboratory works behind the scenes without direct contact with the patient, it plays an important role in guiding the clinician decisions. Thank you.